It's personal between me and you, and I'm going to do you some serious harm, you big stiff idiot.
All right, the untouchable True School Sports Empire proudly presents something the boxing game's been missing. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing once again with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. Now I'm walking again through Shibuya, and you guys know the last video I made was kind of crazy. It's kind of lit. So we'll walk again and we'll see what happens this time. But in this particular video, I wanted to speak about just my experience when I was out there in Nagoya. I had a chance to, get an up-close, in-person view of watching the three-division champion, the former three-division champion, Kosei Tanaka train. And I gotta be honest with you guys, like, I've seen a lot of fighters in person at the gym, at gyms over the years. Terence Crawford, Gervonta Davis, Roman Gonzalez, some of the best fighters in the sport. I've seen most of them in person at these gyms. And I'm telling you, trust me when I tell you, Kosei Tanaka is one of the best fighters I've ever seen in any gym. And I wanted to kind of tell you guys why and talk about his talent and talk about what he brings to the table. Because for those of you who really follow this channel, you may know that, like, I've always thought highly of Kosei Tanaka, the same way I've always thought highly of Kenshiro. But I've been high on Kosei for like at least 4 years, at least maybe longer. Because I remember my first video about him was like, I think 2019. So I'm gonna say 4 years. First of all, one of the fastest fighters I've ever seen in person. Very fast. His punches get from point A to point B. He's so fast. Let me tell you guys how fast Kosei Tanaka is. He's so freaking fast that when I was trying to edit my video and I was trying to screenshot like a still shot of him boxing, he's so fast I couldn't even get a still shot for the thumbnail. And that's never happened before. So that's a different level of speed. Punches don't have a lot of fat on them. They get from point A to point B pretty quickly. He wasn't always a great defensive fighter, but then he fought Kazuto Ioka, and his defense got exposed. Exposed, as we say here on True School Sports. But then since that fight, he's made a conscious effort to improve that defense. That's why he's come to America. That's why he's been working with Ismael Salas and these kind of things. And I think for the most part, it's been a success. He's become a better defensive fighter, and that makes him very dangerous. Because when you couple the fact that he is one of the most offensively dynamic talents in boxing, puts punches together like better than almost I don't want to say everybody, but he's one of the best combination punches in the sport. Very sharp punches. Now you're telling me he's hard to hit too? That makes him very dangerous, and I'm looking very forward to seeing him. I mean, he's got a fight coming up on the 21st. He's fighting this Colombian named Pablo Carrillo, who's like 28-8. So obviously he can't overlook Pablo Carrillo, because if you don't beat him, he can't get the big fights. He can't fight, the fights he was talking about in our interview with the guys like Fernando Martinez or Gael Estrada or Bam Rodriguez or anything like that. He has to make sure he beats this guy. So granted that he takes care of business, I would love to see him in there with any of the champions. The winner of Nakatani versus Maloney. I mean, I think if Junto comes to that fight and beats Andrew Maloney, I seriously think that that's a fight that would be amazing, because Junto Nakatani is a southpaw. He's probably one of the best volume punchers in the sport. He's definitely, if not one of the best volume puncher in Japan. He's going to throw a lot of punches. Kosei in a fight like that would look to counter him. That'd be an amazing fight. He talked about Bam Rodriguez. I spoke about that video already. I think him and Bam would be an amazing fight, because I feel like Bam would have to fight a little bit differently to beat a guy like Kosei Tanaka. I think that loss against Ioka did him wonders, because, nobody was getting championship glory in boxing faster than this guy, apart from guys like Inoue and Lomachenko. He was literally that one win away from being the quickest fighter in history to be a 4-division champion. All right, didn't happen, but the fact that it was even an opportunity, it kind of tells you, like, what kind of fighter he was capable of being. Had he won that fight, people might even look at him as up there with Inoue. If he had that undefeated record still intact and he was a 4-division champion, you might hear his name talked about in the same sentences with Naoya Inoue. But boxing's a crazy thing, because things can change in an instant. all it's going to take for him is to win one fight. Maybe Inoue loses, and then all of a sudden you might look at Kosei Tanaka, when it's all said and done, as the pound-for-pound king of Japanese boxing. You know, he's that damn good. He's that damn talented, and he's in a great weight class with a lot of fighters. Some of them are aging to make a lot of noise. So I just really do like I've seen so many great fighters. I've seen Devin Haney in person. I've seen Shakur Stevenson spar. I've seen Terence Crawford and Earl Spence years ago. I've seen Teofimo Lopez. I've seen Wladimir Klitschko train. Let's go on and on. I can go on and on for days. So I'm not making this is not like a bull claim. This is not me like trying to pump him up for hyperbole or anything like that. I really do think Kosei Tanaka is one of the most talented, most dynamic, and one of the most offensively gifted fighters I've ever had the privilege of watching in a boxing gym. And I think any boxing fan out there, you should hope and pray to the great man upstairs that Kosei Tanaka puts it all together, that he continues to mature as a fighter. Because I'm gonna tell you, if he puts everything together and he becomes that fighter that he's fully capable of being, boxing's gonna win. And that's what I gotta say. So that's my take. Last thing, and I'll end the video on this note. His jab is like a straight right hand. Like, I remember I was watching him jab, and it sounded like a straight right hand when it hit the pads. It sounded like a straight right hand, and then I remember after a couple of power jabs from Kosei Tanaka on the pads, I started looking at his feet, and when I watched him step into the jab going backwards, it was just as effective and as hard as when he was going forwards. So his jab is a real problem. His speed is a real problem. His combination punch is a real problem. And with his defense improving, his whole fight game, his whole skill set overall is a problem. So that's my experience watching Kosei Tanaka train. Let me know what you guys think. If you got any Kosei Tanaka fans out there, let me know in the comments down below. Make sure you guys take the time to subscribe. I appreciate everyone that supported the channel. You know, when I had this dream coming to Japan, look where we're at now. We're here in Shibuya, you know, on a beautiful night, you know, a beautiful Japan night here in Shibuya. Just talking and boxing, doing the same shit we do in Homestead, doing the same shit we did at Dania Beach when I was younger. But the only difference now is we took it all the way to the Far East. So I got you guys to thank for that. And let's keep this true school sports. Let's keep the dream alive. Keep supporting the channel. Tell a friend to tell a friend. And like I say in every single one of these videos, you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just kidding, dang it. So until next time, take care, guys. Thank you for watching another video on the untouchable True School Sports Empire. We're here at the Tanaka Boxing Gym in Nagoya, Japan. And for more great videos just like this one, make sure you guys click right here.